What's up, everybody? Brett Okamoto from ESPN, and I'm here with Bellator MMA light heavyweight Rumble Johnson, who makes his glorious return to the sport of mixed martial arts. I know a lot of us have been waiting for it for a long time. And of course, Rumble, man, I mean, you step away from the sport, you come back after 4 years, and you have a changed opponent a week out from the fight. It's just like nothing changes in this sport, right? You come back, and these are the things you deal with.
Still the same. Still the same. It happened with DC. Kind of happened with Jimmy Manuel too.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to fight Blanchowitz, and then they changed it to Jimmy Manuel, and now it's happening again in another organization, which is fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, you seem to be taking it very well, but I mean, I'm sure that when you're starting to think about coming back to the sport that you spent a lot of your lifetime in and dedicated a lot of your life to, and then you're excited, like, hey, I'm coming back. I have 4 years off. You got certain visions of how it's going to go, and then for it to happen like this, I mean, what was, I guess, the initial reaction when you found out that Yoel Romero was not going to be in the fight anymore?
Frustrated, super frustrated. I was training for that man hard, like in the gym, just grinding. Whenever a fighter has to compete against somebody, they specifically have their mind set in stone on that individual and what they do. And, you got it in your head, even while you're working out. If he's pushing himself, I got to push myself harder. And then you envision that stuff. You see his face is in my head the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So when you get a change like that, it can, throw you off, or you embrace it and just roll with the punches and go with it. But it was frustrating, and it is what it is. I don't know the situation, but whatever it is, I hope he gets it fixed so he can fight again.
I'm sure that as the athlete who's going to step in there, you'll answer this question as a no. There is no concern that there could be a potential letdown because of everything that you just mentioned. But is there a possibility that just the frustration or the letdown of you're facing Yoel Romero, a fight that a lot of people were excited about, and then you get this change in opponent, that it could have some type of impact on your performance this week?
No.
Nothing.
No.
And what makes you confident?
Just because think about it, man. We train.
Yeah.
Not everybody in your gym has the same style. You know what I mean? You have to adjust to each individual differently. So I just see that as the same thing. I have to adjust to whatever Jose does, and he does a lot of stuff well. So I just have to be prepared.
How you talk about being in the gym and facing these different styles? What was it like being in the gym, not just for fun, but being there, with the idea that it was going to be Yoel and now this new opponent? What was that like? That process of getting back in shape, making sure that you're not just in shape, you're in fight shape, and you're going to be that monster guy that we remember from 4 years ago.
It was fun, man. I took my time. I didn't rush anything. Everything's all about timing. Of course, there's a big difference between the actual fight and training. You prepare the best you can for training, and training for the fight. But it was fun. It was worth it. And even though my opponent changed, my mindset didn't change. So I don't think nothing's going to change for me. Everybody's worried about my performance. I've heard that 2 or 3 times already. Every fight, people are worried about my performance because they're worried about something. They're worried about if I'm going to get submitted. They're worried about if I'm going to gas out. Everybody's always worried about something. They're worried about if I'm going to make weight. So it's always something, man. I welcome it all and just keep going, man.
How does it feel to be this light again? I can make a little bit of jokes about it because you've been making jokes about it. So how does it feel to be kind of skinny Rumble again?
And it feels, I feel better than I ever have, actually. I'm eating healthier. Life is just better, man. I move better. I mean, I can tell I'm not 32, 33 anymore, but I'm still active just because I was, out of the game for a while. I wasn't sitting on my butt. You know what I mean? Got fat because I, stopped actually working out and just sat around for about a year and a half. Thank God that I was getting back into it over the last year and a half, 2 years, just to come back. You know what I mean? Took a while, but here.
Yeah, well, I mean, you look great. You're lean. The hair looks good.
And in my career, I didn't take really any damage, so my body was still pretty healthy. Some people got this injury and that injury. They've been knocked out a few times. My loss came by submission, and then it was by chokes. Who doesn't tap out from a choke. You know what I mean? Well, some people want to go to sleep, not me.
Yeah.
Not me.
How about stepping into the spotlight again and, being around the media and you got to kind of step out. I'm sure you were still getting recognized and all that, but, kind of like getting to live a civilian life and now kind of stepping back in where you're answering a lot of questions and, you're going through the media rounds. What has this fight week been like for you?
Feel like I'm back at home.
Yeah.
It was so natural. When I was away from it, it didn't change. I was still getting, people asking me questions. People want to do interviews. People wanting to work together. So life away didn't change that much. And once again, I just got fat and happy.
What are the stylistic changes now in this fight?
What are the changes?
Yeah, stylistic changes that you see in the fight.
None. I mean, Jose is just taller, Yoel shorter. Two different styles, but I just had to be prepared. That's what you're asking. I couldn't quite understand the question. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I got it right. I'm not sure.
just any differences in like game plan or your approach?
Seek and destroy. That's always been my game plan. Every fight, seek and destroy, no matter who it is.
Mm-hmm. So you get the benefit, I guess you could call it a benefit of going last in this quarterfinal matchups. We've seen the previous three, and now we're going to wrap up the quarterfinals with yours. Just your overall thoughts, your overall takeaways on the first three fights of this tournament.
I didn't watch them.
Really?
Didn't watch them.
How come?
For what? I had to fight Yoel. I didn't have to fight them.
Yeah.
Well, why put that type of stress and pressure on myself? You know what I mean? I don't need that. Take it one step at a time. Take it one step at a time because I'm only fighting one person at a time. So I need to focus on Yoel. I didn't need to focus on Nemkov, Bader, or Corey. And I fought, two of the guys already in the tournament, Phil Davis and Bader. I know how they move. They didn't really change much. You know what I'm saying? They're still themselves. They're still dangerous, but they're still themselves. You know what I mean? Corey's been the grinder that he's always been. Nemkov is Nemkov, Yoel was Yoel. He wasn't going to change up his game plan. Yoel does what Yoel does, and I just had to be prepared for Yoel. So the other guys I didn't have to worry about because they weren't even on my mind, like not even on my radar nobody's on my radar until I signed the contract.
Yeah. Last thing, and I mean, it kind of just exudes off of you, but can you give me an idea? Can you put into words how confident you are that you're coming back here and that you're going to hold a Bellator strap at the end of it? Because you do. You just seem like maybe it's for a reason you said that you have fought some of these guys previously, but how confident are you that this is all going to end with you being a champion?
Very confident. Very confident. But once again, one step at a time. One step at a time. I got a goal at the end of the day, but I got to take it in steps.
Yeah. Well, welcome back, man. You look good. It's fun to have you back and looking forward to the fight this week.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.